I'm joined here with head men's basketball coach Bob Sundvold. Coach, you guys are in the heart of the GLVC season now. You just lost a heartbreaker at Southern Indiana. Talk a little bit about that game and what kind of happened in overtime.
Well, it was a great game for us, and we had gone over there. We have had some flu on our team. We had really Eric Dust and Dwayne Ward hadn't practiced all week. Elijah Watson was ill. We had so we really were kind of down on numbers, and our guys played really hard, played great. Got to the end of the regulation, had the last second shot, missed it. Then we go to overtime and we couldn't buy a basket, so we get outscored 11-0. But coming back on the bus, I'm looking, and we had Jonathan Matthews playing 40-plus minutes. We had Stephen Davis on the floor for 38, and Jose Grubbs was in the high 30s. And so those were the guys getting the shots late. And when you're not probably used to playing that many minutes, which we've been able to spread our minutes out through the course of the season, I think it was a little tough to get the right shots. But I was real happy with our effort. I thought our defense, we held Southern without a field goal from the 17.5-minute mark to the 7-minute mark, and it was maybe as good as we played all year on defense. And so there's a lot of good things to build on that team. I think the hard part for our league is we play 3 league games in December, and you have a break, and you come back, and even though, like you said, we're in the heart of the GLVC, it's almost like, hey, we've just started up again. And so we've had a game, and now we get into the Thursday-Saturday swing, which is what everybody's used to in our league, and we're looking forward to that this week.
So you've got Illinois Springfield on the road Thursday, then you come back home to host McKendree. How does that affect your team going on the road, coming back home like that?
Well, see, I think we're at a real fortunate spot in St. Louis. We're in the middle of the league, and so split weekends, and I've been a proponent of it from the time I got here. I've always thought that split weekends aren't a bad thing, and really for us it's okay, but it is something different, and so it's new for everybody this year. And so the big thing is you got to get back from your game, and you do the same kind of prep that you would normally on a Thursday, Saturday home series. But we'll get back on Thursday night late, practice Friday. Our guys are pretty used to our timing and what we're doing, and then and get ready for McKendree, an afternoon ball game.
Talk a little bit about the new GLVC point system ranking that they're going to use to determine the top 8 teams for the GLVC tournament. What are your feelings on that, and how do you think that's working so far?
Well, we had to come up with something, and I certainly wasn't they didn't ask me to be on the committee, so I commend everybody. Katie was on the committee, and they did a great job of trying to put something forward that could, since we had to have an 8-team tournament out of our 15 teams, or 14, and so they had to come up with some way. Now, I think the interesting thing is we're posting, in this era of transparency, we're posting a weekly rating, and so we're at third. Well, all of our numbers are going to fluctuate as teams win or lose, and how your schedule strength ends up. And so maybe a win in December or a loss in December can be a lot different point-wise in late February. So I think it'll be kind of fun for teams. I think coaches are going to find out, hey, it's still all about winning games. And it doesn't matter who you're playing. And when you're playing at home, you need to win, and you got to battle like crazy on the road. And so it'll still play out that way, but it may be interesting for the fans.
So you still have the divisions. There's 3 divisions. You guys are in the Central Division. You've got 2 opponents that are in the Central Division this weekend. You're obviously still going for that divisional title. Talk about how big these contests are.
Well, they're big in that you play both these teams coming up twice. And so these are these 4 teams you're going to play in Springfield, McKendree, Quincy, and Maryville. You're going to play them twice. That's 8 games. And so a real big part of your conference schedule. So I think you have to do a good job of scouting. You have to do a good job of taking time. I don't know what a divisional championship gets you anymore. I'm not sure it gets you into the tournament. I think it's still about how you play through the course of the whole year. But it does have some meaning because these are pretty good rivalry teams for us. And we've had a long rivalry with Quincy and Maryville, and now McKendree playing them twice for the first time and Springfield twice for the first time. I think it'll be good.
So what can we expect from the matchups this weekend against Illinois Springfield and McKendree?
Well, Illinois Springfield is really well coached. Billy Walker's the head coach there, former UMSL assistant for many years under Rich McFessel. They're having like a breakthrough year in his tenure there. I think their overall numbers of wins record is 12, and I think he's already at 10. I think they're doing a terrific job of doing some good things. They got a road win at S&T early. They played Lewis in overtime at Lewis. And so I think he's finally getting his group of guys in there. They've got a good mix of brand new players and returning guys. And his son is one of the top three-point shooters, so we have to be aware of him. But I look for a heck of a game. I think our last two games with Illinois Springfield have been down to the wire. We went on a last-second free throw by Elijah up there last year, and the year before here, Trey Ogles had to make a couple free throws to win the game here, so close. And then with McKendree on Saturday at home, another really good game that will be close. It has been historically, and so looking forward to that.
How about the progression of your team? How do you feel you guys are coming along?
I think okay. We've got this flu that's, we'd like to get rid of it. I mean, we've had it for 7 or 8 days, and that's our big thing, is to try to get healthy guys. And I like the fact that we have these freshmen that are playing, and they change every day. They change every week. And I think in the last 2 weeks we've had a phenomenal, rocket ship occurrence by Jose Grubbs. I mean, as far as picking up things and doing things on defense and doing things offensively. And we had a film session the other day that it was, hey, will you watch Jose Grubbs? Which I don't know if I've ever had in a team where I could say, will you watch this freshman? But he has just done some great things defensively. Anthony Hughes has picked up some great things defensively. So when you have that, and then you have these 3 experienced seniors, and then in between you have some very good transfer guys that have come in and helped us, it really makes for an interesting team chemistry and an interesting team development situation. So we're really looking forward to keeping this thing going and seeing how things break and how things improve for this ball club.
All right, Coach, we look forward to seeing you back home on Saturday, and we wish you good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.